The next speaker is going to deliver a talk on demystifying construction operation building information exchange, perceived benefits, challenges and mitigation strategies. He is a research fellow, Department of Building, National University of Singapore. He is specialized in BIM to FM transfer, visual design and construction, BIM workflow development, BIM planning and coordination, asset data management. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming Dr. Vishal Kumar.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining this presentation. I am Dr. Vishal Kumar. I am a research fellow in Department of Building at National University of Singapore. I did my PhD and Masters from National University of Singapore, while my BAd is from Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, Ranchi. Today, I am going to share my presentation on COBie, which stands for Construction Operation Building Information Exchange. The topic of my presentation is demystifying COBie, perceived benefits, challenges, and mitigation strategies. The picture on the left-hand side shows a typical facility management document storage room. We can easily see that there are plethora of documents lying around. Such storage of information has various challenges, such as there are high chances that documents can get lost or can get spoiled. Moreover, finding the most updated information inside this volume of papers is again a daunting task. At the same time, construction handover has always been a struggle. Most of the information generated during the design and construction stages are lost, as the design and construction team are not very much aware of the requirements of FM stage. As we can see in the graph on the right hand side, there is a continuous data leakage as we move from planning to construction to operation stages. Among these loss of data, many can be useful for operation and maintenance purposes. As building information modeling, or BIM, started to gain acceptance in our AC industry, the need to store data structurally became of paramount importance. BIM models help in storing these data, which are then utilized in various design and construction activities, such as clash coordination, energy calculation, design options, costing, scheduling, and so on. There has been a growing interest in harnessing the data stored inside the BIM model for facility management purpose to develop a proper use case for BIM in an entire life cycle of a construction project. As shown in the picture, the need for BIM uses in FM arises because operation and maintenance, or O&M, cost about 58% of the total cost of a building in a life cycle. Moreover, there is a huge data loss during handover, and high amount of time and cost is spent to generate or recreate the data inside the existing maintenance system. So, BIM can help in integrating various systems, help in reducing cost in terms of man-hours spent on recreating the data in the existing maintenance systems, and it will definitely improve performance. However, there are certain challenges in an efficient BIM to FM transfer, such as proprietary system of data, continuous upgradation of system, and maintenance of various licenses, etc. Building Smart, or BSA, the global alliance which aims to improve the exchange of information between software applications used in the construction industry, embark on various information exchange projects to facilitate standardized transfer of information for different purposes. As we can see in the table, COBie, or Construction Operation Building Information Exchange, is one of such projects, which is now updated in NBIMS-US standards. So what is COBie? COBie is simply a standard method to transfer or exchange information from design and construction stage to facility management stage. Technically, COBie is a performance-based specification for facility asset information delivery. Two types of assets are included in COBie: equipment and spaces. COBie helps the project team organize electronic submittals approved during design and construction stages and deliver a consolidated electronic operation and maintenance data with little or no additional effort. So we can see here that COBie is a vendor-neutral model view definition designed for BIM to FM data transfer for maintenance purpose. COBie can be delivered in three file formats: IFC step, IFC XML, spreadsheet ML, or we can say the usual Excel format, like for example Microsoft Excel. A typical COBie datasheet has data managed about assets spread over 20 workbooks. So these are the workbooks here, and this is the data structure of COBie. Moreover, a typical COBie datasheet is filled with information from designers, contractors, and suppliers. So a COBie datasheet is built over a period of time, whereby the information inside the COBie sheet is filled throughout design and construction stages. This process of continuous capturing and checking of data is called COBie data drops. So as we progress from design to construction to operation stage, the need for graphic inputs actually decreases. So we can see that the design stage has more of a graphical input and less of data inside. And as we are moving forward and we are reaching operation stage, we don't need that much of graphics, but we need more of product data. That means that as we approach completion, we want to know more about the warranty, operation manuals, safety instructions, than whether there are detailed nuts drawn in the BIM model. Therefore, the objective of COBie is to merge all the information coming from design model, construction model, and other models and export only data necessary for operation and maintenance activities. Moreover, the process of COBie extraction is to define what all data is needed for operation and maintenance purpose. Input those data during design and construction stages, and then output and hand over the COBie file during the facilities handover. Now, before we go further, we must keep in mind that COBie is not just a spreadsheet where data need to be captured. It is a dedicated process to capture systematically the required standard operation and maintenance data throughout design and construction process. Moreover, it's a data format and hence not a product and not a BIM requirement. What we can see here is a typical COBie workbook. The columns in the COBie sheets are colored. These colors have significance. The yellow color set should have unique value. That means there should not be any duplicates. Similarly, for salmon colored cells shows that these data link to other workbooks. The purple color cells data originates from software systems. So for example, if you are using Revit, there will be a different cell values in this. If you are using ArchiCAD, there will be a different cell value in this, and so on. The green color data are user defined, and the blue color data gives flexibility to add additional column to COBie workbook as per owner's requirement. This slide shows that the workbooks for which COBie data sheet collect the data. So we can see down here the 20 workbooks as I mentioned previously in my presentation. We must keep in mind that it is not allowed to change the structure of this COBie sheet. That means we cannot change the cells here, we cannot change the columns here, and we cannot change the name of these workbooks here. This diagram shows how data inside the COBie workbook is connected. So for example, a facility, office building in this case, can have two floors, ground floor and first floor. Now inside ground floor, there can be room A and room B, but inside first floor, there can be room C, room D, and room E. Now room A and room B can belong to zone 1. So room C and room C, for example, can belong to zone 2, and room D and room E can belong to zone C. So this is how the data inside the COBie spreadsheet is connected. Similarly, in the COBie equipment organization, a facility can have different types of equipment. So for example, I take an example of door type A. Now door type A can have two components, door type A101 or door type A102. So these are two components belonging to one type of door, differently numbered, and similarly they do not belong to a system here. But if I go here and see that pump type A has two types of pumps, and one of the pump is related to HVAC system, another pump is related to fire suppression system. We can see from this graph that the level of information suddenly go upwards during the construction and closeout and handover stage. This means that the graph is not uniform and the construction will rush towards the end to collect all information, whether necessary or not, for closeout and handover. So we can see a gap here, and there is a sudden surge here in this location. To avoid this irregularity in capturing of data for FM handover, the concept of COBie data drop were introduced. COBie data drops are nothing but extraction of COBie data at predefined intervals to check and verify the entire data capturing process. In our latest published article, we proposed a streamlined data drop process in alignment with REBA Stages of Work 2013 and AIA Plan of Works 2012. So I come to second part of my presentation, which briefly discuss the perceived benefits of using COBie for PIM to FM data handover. In recently conducted literature review, we highlighted that there are several perceived benefits of using COBie. In the table, we can see there are several benefits highlighted by various authors. Some of the common benefits are COBie is vendor neutral, which means you can extract COBie from any software. It uses an open format. Similarly, it helps in structuring facility handover information. This means that using COBie, owners can know what minimum data they need for facilities operation and maintenance. On the same context, some other benefits are it requires less IT knowledge, it reduces ambiguity on what, when, and how to collect FM data, and it helps in saving cost and saving time. However, besides having multiple benefits, we identified various gaps in several published literatures about the usability issues associated with COBie. Despite being an open format, several challenges in using COBie in projects were highlighted. In this section, I will highlight briefly these challenges. So, as I mentioned before, COBie can be delivered in three file formats: IFC step, IFC XML, and spreadsheet format. In our recent published article, we highlighted that there are several usability issues as shown in the red dotted line. In this diagram, we can see that a typical COBie data sheet generation process needs to pass through so many steps. Now imagine if these steps need to be done to all the COBie data drop stages. This entire process needs multiple levels of verification and data inputs. So we can see this entire process at each data drop stages has manual inputs of data which needs to be repeated and again validated at each and every COBie data drop stages. So a thorough study of COBie delivery process highlighted various research gaps. The first research gap is related to data capture for COBie, which is highly reliant on manual inputs. The second research gap is lack of verification process to check data consistently. The third gap is related to lack of means to analyze how data has changed in COBie sheet from previous COBie submission. The fourth gap is the lack of research in application of visualization technique on COBie datasheet representation. And the fifth gap is that identifies lack of research in using COBie datasheets beyond its intended purpose of FM use. So to address these research gaps, we proposed in our research various mitigation strategies. These strategies were later developed into prototype tools which can help in solving the identified challenges. So this Sankey diagram basically shows how the research gaps, various issues, and mitigation strategies, which is mentioned here as key ideas, are mapped. So some of the key ideas identified during recent research is automated ways of capturing data in PIM model, devising technical solutions to check the consistency of COBie data, devising technical solution to compare COBie data to track changes, devising technical solution to interpret changes inside the PIM model, visual representation of COBie data sheet, and devising technical solutions to use COBie data beyond its intended FM data handover use. The resultant of these key ideas and mitigation strategies manifested in a proposed COBie Dataset Management System or CDMS. The proposed prototype of CDMS consists of 4 modules. First module is called COBie Automator, which uses product data template as an input to automate COBie data capturing. Second module is called COBie Evaluator, which evaluates COBie data to find discrepancies, like it does verification, it does comparing of two COBie data sheets, etc. The third module is called COBie Visualizer, which visualizes the dependency connection inside COBie data sheets in a graph model. And the fourth model is called COBie for Recycling, which uses COBie data to calculate urban mining potential of a building. So this image shows the use of Dynamo script in Autodesk Revit to automate the capturing of COBie related data from the product data templates. Now, product data templates are a standardized way of capturing manufacturer data. In COBie Automator module, we created reusable data storage functionality in which a manufacturer data about a product need to be captured once. This functionality helps in creating a reusable data bank across various projects. In this, we just select an element, assign a product from the database, and all COBie data related parameters are created and respective values are captured automatically for COBie. Now the second module is called COBie Evaluator, which has 2 sub-modules. The first sub-module is called COBie Verifier, which verifies the consistency of COBie dataset. It verifies missing data, duplication, incomplete data, incorrect format data, and also checks data dependency and links. The second sub-module is called COBie Compare. This sub-module compares 2 COBie datasheets to identify what data has changed and what is the meaning of this data change. Using this, we can identify what are the changes in design at equipment level. For example, we can identify which equipment has been removed, whose specification has changed, and which room is deleted, and so on. The third module is called COBie Visualizer. The current problem with COBie dataset is that even though the data inside COBie files is linked using the colored cell, that linkage connection is not visible in spreadsheet format. It takes a lot of time to find the relevant connected data inside the COBie datasheet. Therefore, a graph model-based visualization was used to represent the connected data in COBie datasheet. Using this, any data can be searched and researched in a shorter time. For example, we can just search how many equipments belong to a plumbing system or how many spaces belongs to zone A using SQL-based search. Urban mining is a process of extracting precious metals for anthropogenic sources. As we can see from this image, that with mining ore we can extract only 10 grams of gold per ton, whereas using urban mining we can extract 1 kg of gold per ton from the scrap materials. So urban mining has a huge potential. Therefore, the last module is called COBie for Recycling, whereby a COBie dataset is used to calculate the urban mining potential of a building. In this module, a database has been created whereby urban mining potential of various equipment are stored. By inputting the COBie datasheet, we can automatically calculate approximate value of hidden metal inside building. With this, I want to summarize my presentation. This presentation was about understanding the benefits, challenges, and mitigation strategies to increase COBie usage. So, the key benefits of using COBie are: it saves time and cost, reduces ambiguity, and enhance sharing of FM information. Similarly, there are several challenges associated with usability of COBie. Some are lack of visualization, lack of automated capturing of data, lack of verification process, and etc. To mitigate these and increase usage, we need to explore automated ways of capturing data inside them, automated verification process, and use of visualization techniques, and so on. This is all for my presentation, and thanks for keeping patience. So I come down to the end of my presentation. Thank you everyone for listening to the presentation. If you have any questions regarding my presentation, please let me know. I will try my best to address them to the best of my knowledge.
Thank you, Dr. Dr. Vishal Kumar, for sharing your knowledge on construction, operation, building, information exchange. It was great having you.
Ergonomic articulated keyboard station for long working hours. Work Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives. Slide in, slide out, rotate or lock, easy access of CPU below the desk. Work Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives. Third generation concealed drawer slides for your furniture. EBCO, simplifying lives. EBCO sleek telescopic drawer slides for quality furniture, much more than most. EBCO, simplifying lives. EBCO, new generation concealed hinge for quality furniture, much more than most. EBCO, simplifying lives. Ergonomic doorknob lock for your bedroom and bathroom doors. EBCO, simplifying lives. Add design aesthetics to your furniture with aluminium profiles and handles. Live Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives. Space utilization at its best. Wall bed fitting for compact multifunctional rooms. Live Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives. Now, easy access to your bed storage with ProLift electric bed fitting. Live Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives. Floor-to-ceiling walk-in wardrobe sliding system. Design it with glass and wooden panels as per your choice. Live Smart by EBCO, simplifying lives.